When Shanka Bridges went to the Williamson and Murphy football game Friday night, she decided to use her phone to record a few touchdowns. Little did she know her phone would be getting quite a workout that night. This is her video she posted to her Facebook page and is sharing with NBC 15, including this 38-second clip titled, "I Just Witnessed a 100-point scored against Murphy." But that's only half the story. If you watch this clip to the very end, you'll see that while Williamson racked up 100 points, Murphy High School scored, they didn't score at all. In fact, 73 of those 100 points from Williamson were scored in the first half. Ouch. Is 100-0 a little bit of overkill? Well, there are mechanisms in high school football to keep such a lopsided rout from happening. One is called the mercy rule, where after one team achieves a lead of 35 points or more, the clock is allowed to run until the game is over. The Alabama High School Association allows for that rule to be skipped until the fourth quarter, but coaches can agree to a running clock to start the second half if they want. And that's where the Sunday morning quarterbacking begins. This afternoon, we took our camera to Ladd-Peebles Stadium, where the Murphy Panther JV team was about to take on Theodore, and where Murphy High School coach Sherman Williams was set to talk with us about what his team had endured. Did he say no to stopping the clock and sparing his team from that somewhat historic lopsided score? It was there that we would learn through a text to NBC 15 that the question would go unanswered. Sorry to disappoint you, but after a conference with our AD and principal at Murphy, they advised me to not do any interviews until further notice. Thank you for your support. So my next stop was the court of public opinion. WNSP Sports Radio 105.5 FM. What's the general feeling out there?
Well, I think there are two lines of thinking here. One, how does this even happen, right? And where are the adults in the room on all this? How does this even happen? Like, there are steps that could have been taken.
Sportscaster Mark Heim has fielded calls all day from fans, and while he hasn't spoken directly with Sherman Williams, nor Williamson coach Antonio Coleman, he has heard enough to believe a lack of communication could have kept the clock from running and helping the game end sooner.
Yeah, so some of the things that we've heard from people are that there was an option to go to 8-minute quarters instead of 12. I've heard that Sherman Williams didn't necessarily want to go to 8 because his team needs reps. They're young. He doesn't have a lot of numbers. They need the experience, right? But the flip side of that was he did want a running clock. Antonio Coleman was told that Murphy didn't want a running clock. So my question is, why didn't they bring both coaches together and just say, let's do this a very specific way so that we can all come to a common place? So there were a lot of ifs, ands, or buts, and no one's really given a whole lot of details on how this happened. But what happened, quite frankly, was a travesty.